welcome Becky Hill.
Thank you for having me. This is so exciting.
We're very excited to have you. We're very happy to have you in the country. I learned today that Aussies actually listen to your music almost as much as anyone in the world. You played Sydney last night. Were you feeling that love?
It's absolutely. And you know what? We left the gig and actually my lighting director came up to me and he was like, do you not think it's crazy that you can take a 30-hour plane flight to the other side of the world and people know your music? And I thought that was so crazy. And, like, opportunities like this where I get to come on TV with you guys, and it means so much as well. So thank you so much for having me. I'm so excited to be here.
Well, also on the other end of that 30-hour plane ride, you've landed in the middle of a heat wave.
Isn't it lovely? It's -5 in London. So I've actually peeled.
Did you have to manage that at all today? Did you go to the beach at all? Did you, I don't know, it's just finding air conditioning?
The air conditioning.
Yeah. No, we actually took a boat up to the Sydney Opera House to film an acoustic for the brand new single, which was released out on Friday. So yeah, we tried to get as iconic Sydney and Australia as possible. I'm trying to find a kangaroo at some point.
Oh, they're everywhere. They're jumping down the highway. Run them to school, don't you know?
Avoiding the tarantulas.
Yes, that's a good idea. You've had such incredible success, but it has been a long road. This has not been an overnight kind of journey.
Oh, yeah.
Was there any point that you thought to yourself, I am not sure if this is going to happen for me?
Many, many times. I think especially in my early 20s, there were many times that I wondered whether... You see, I think I was 17 in this clip. I turned 18 on the show and I left. And then Afterglow was my first song that I wrote and released at 19. Had my first record deal. I had a #1 in the UK, and then I got dropped just before Christmas. And then I started on my own, and you know, all of these massive songs were happening, you know, around me, and I was part of these successful records, but nobody knew who I was. And then people would come to the shows and be like, "Oh, I know this one. Oh, I know this one. Oh, I know this one." And I think you know, platforms like TikTok have been really good for my music, but it doesn't match a face to a name. So when Lose Control was happening, which was a really big record for me, you know, nobody really knew who I was, and it's been a battle to get people to invest in me as an artist. So hello, this is what I look like. I'm sing songs.
10 billion streams, though. That is wild.
It's a lot of numbers. It's a lot of zeros, isn't it?
Your track, Remember, actually went kind of viral on TikTok.
Yeah.
But was it double the speed or, like, sped up?
Yeah, so the label kind of scrambled around trying to go, we haven't got a version that translates into streams and all of that data that I don't care about. But it was interesting. We had, like, Kim Kardashian and North use the sound, and Khloe Kardashian. And it's really surreal to see people using your record, especially when you sound like a chipmunk.
Play a bit of it.
Yes, please.
You described it that way.
Only when I hide in bed on my own, and I wake up and I see your name in the phone.
You do sound like a chipmunk.
Yeah, right? Yeah, it sounded about 8. I don't think I ever sounded like this at that one. I think I've always sounded like a husky. But yeah, it's interesting. I guess it doesn't translate into kind of like fans. Like people, it's really difficult to explain. I think people use TikTok sounds to be the background to their video. I'm not sure how much of it crosses over because it is quite faceless on that app. So I feel very lucky that I'm able to go and tell people that, look, I was famous on TikTok for a bit.
Hey, when you got engaged a couple of years back, you said that you wanted your wedding to be its own music festival, and you've performed at Glastonbury. Did that make you realise that, hey, you know, you don't even have to cut back on the guest list and you could even charge, you know, for tickets to your own wedding?
We actually have a friend, me and my partner, we have a friend who works in... My partner's he's a talent booker. He creates lineups for festivals. And we actually have a friend who was like, I know how to make money on your wedding. And he was like, I've got something that you don't just make money, you make 30% of it. I was like, bro, I'm not charging encouraging my mum to come to my wedding.
your mum in
Great
for free.
idea.
Yeah, you can comp, Mum.
Yeah, comps, you know. Comps. You are a delight, Becky, and you've got...
Thank you.
You've got to go so far. Becky's new single, Never Be Alone, is out now. Would you please thank Becky Hill?